In this video, we will go over how to turn on text-to-speech for our scholars in Eduphoria online tests. We will also show how the text-to-speech works on our iPads. The first step is to open up the Chrome browser and navigate to Eduphoria. Sign in and click on Aware. We are assuming that the test has already been created and made active. On the top left, click on Test Available. Find your assessment and make sure that online test proctoring is enabled on the far right of the test. Once enabled, a green check mark will appear. Now, go to the top middle of your screen and click on Online Test Proctoring. You are now going to need to go to each period and find the scholars that need to have text-to-speech enabled. To do this, click on the bar of the period to open it up. Find the exam and click on Show Students underneath it. Find the first scholar that you need to enable text-to-speech for and click on the pencil to the right of their name underneath Supports. Toggle the switch to the left of text-to-speech on and press Save. Repeat the steps that you just did for that scholar for any other scholars in this period that need text-to-speech. When finished with this period, click on Hide Students and go to the next period that has any students that need text-to-speech support. Once you have added the text-to-speech supports for your scholars that need it, you are ready to turn on testing whenever you want. We always suggest that you follow up by logging into Eduphoria as one of your scholars and make sure that the test is indeed available and that you know how the support for text-to-speech works. In this case, I'm going to enable it for just one scholar and then go test it out for that scholar. So I'm going to open up second period again. I'm going to click on Show Students. I'm going to choose one of the scholars that support text-to-speech is enabled, and I'm going to press Start Selected. If I was ready to start this for the entire class, I could go ahead and press Start All. Now, I can use this student's credentials to test out text-to-speech on an iPad or on a computer. To find any of your scholars' usernames and passwords, you can go to Skyward Student, sign in, click on Teacher Access. You can either click on your gradebook, My Students, or Post Daily Attendance. I'm going to click on My Gradebook. Then you can click on the period that you're looking for the student. And then you can click on the student's name. Once there, you can click again on the student's name, and that will take you to where you will have all the information for your student. From there, you're going to pay note to the student ID as a username, and the password is going to be the student access password. All right, for the next step, we're going to go to an iPad and log in as a student. So here we are on a student iPad. All student iPads will have a tile that looks like an app that says Eduphoria on it and has the Manor logo on it. You can also find the Eduphoria online testing site by going to tinyurl.com/OTTM1617. So I'm going to click on the tile, and I'm going to enter in the student ID number that we found in Skyward. And then I'm going to enter in the password. The password is also found in Skyward, and it's the same as a computer login and to get to their Gmail and Google Drive and whatnot. Capitalization does count. And once I've entered in both the student ID and the password, I'm going to click the green login button. Now, I'm going to find the test that I want to test. In this case, it's Cronus. I'm going to press on it. So if you look at the top ribbon, you'll notice on the far right that you can exit the test without answering any of the questions so that your scholar can come back in and take the test after you've confirmed how the text-to-speech works. You can click on the speak options on the far left to the left of Zoom, and you can change the volume, speed, language, and gender of what is being spoken. Please note though that if you change it from English to Spanish, that it'll just read it in a Spanish accent. It'll not read English and translate it into Spanish. Now when you're ready to listen, you can press the icon to the left of the text and Eduphoria will start speaking it for you.
Concept: summarizing and explaining the lesson or message of the work of fiction. Guiding questions: what is the overall lesson or moral of this fiction story? Do all fiction stories have a theme or message? Do the events in a story create the theme? The theme of a piece of literature is a message about people.
If you're ready to play it again, you can press play.
Life and the world we live in that the author wants the reader to understand.
And that is text-to-speech. Now, going through a few more questions, I want to note that this will not read inserted text like this story right here. If it will not read it, it will show the speak option with a not speak through it, with a circle and the line through it. You will note that for this question though, the answer choices can be read. So I'm going to choose the first answer choice and press on.
A man made a little box and filled it with books for people to borrow. The box was shaped like a red schoolhouse.
And then I'm going to stop it. Now we can also go back to the speak options, and I spoke about this a little before. You can change the language to Spanish, but that is just going to change the accent of the speaker. Now I'm going to press on the second answer choice and going to listen to him speak in a Spanish accent.
A man built a box in his yard and filled it with books. His neighbors liked the little library, so the man and his friend decided to help get little.
All right, well, when you're done looking at text-to-speech for your scholar, you can go over to the far right underneath their name and press Exit Test. And then you can log off on the top right by pressing on the lock that says Log Off. I hope that you got something out of this video, and you all have yourselves a wonderful day.